Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have been doing some major prep work. I am returning from maternity leave in just a couple days here, and so I've just been trying to get everything ready and packing bags, making sure my pump bag is ready, making sure the kids are ready to go to daycare, dad's ready to have the kids at home by himself. All sorts of stuff. So I figured I would take you along with me a little bit and just kind of show you what all I have been up to.
Okay, so first order of business for me today is just to make sure I get everything washed and sanitized. So I'm doing my pump first as well as bottles for my daughter to take to daycare. We don't use bottles a ton at home, but she will need a few to use throughout the week here. So with my son, I never actually had one of these sterilizer things. This is my first time using this one, and honestly it was so easy. I cannot believe how late to the game I am on this. With my son, I just put the bottle in like boiling water on the stove, and it was always so annoying and I hated doing it so much, but this microwave sterilizer has been completely life-changing for me. So I'm just trying to figure out how to arrange everything in here. Like I said, it's my first time using it, but overall, after I've used it a couple times now, and so it's been so much easier than spending forever waiting for water to boil. So while that second batch of pump parts gets sterilized, I'm just packing up a little basket here. The room that I use to help in, nobody else uses, and so I can snacks and supplies, things like that I might need in that room. So I figure snacks are always a good thing to have on hand for pump sessions. So sweet things. And then I decided to go downstairs to my office and just make up some labels, and I'll show you what all I'm labeling here in a minute. But I'm just using some permanent vinyl here to label things, and my daughter decided to wake up from her nap, so she's sitting in her seat there. And of course I brought a snack because mom life, you just gotta eat when you can. Alrighty, so now it is my least favorite activity, and that's feeding things. I did amp up the volume instead of using the vinyl setting. I did push it up a notch, so it is feeding pretty easy for me here. I did misplace my tool that I usually use for small things that I need to weed, and so I'll be moving a little bit, but we're going to make it through. We're going to get everything labeled today, get everything up and go. Okay, so things that I am labeling today, I'm putting my daughter's monogram on the bottles, and then I'm using glass bottles to store my milk. So throughout the day when I pump milk, I pour it all into these glass bottles instead of doing the disposable baggies, and then the next day I just send this glass bottle to daycare. I also created some labels for their closet, which I'll show you more in a minute on those. And lastly, I'm labeling these bags that will hold an extra set of clothes for each kid. My son is 2, so we just potty trained him. I still like to keep an extra set of clothes in his bag just in case. So they will be sharing a bag, so I was labeling things to keep it easy for their daycare teacher. And then my daughter, of course, between spit up and drool, and she's honestly the blowout queen. And so she gets an extra set of clothes as well, which I never really had to worry about that with my son, but my daughter, completely different story. So we're going to pack all these up, and then we'll pack them in the daycare bag in a little bit. So for my husband's work schedule, he does 7 days on, 7 days off, which means that a couple days a week he is actually home with both kids. So I'm labeling the bins in their closet just so he knows exactly what's in them, just in case my son has an accident at nap time with his bed, and then he will know exactly where sheets are for my son's bed. Same thing with my daughter's crib. I have a basket that I keep bedding for her in. And then there's also baskets for clothes that are too big and clothes that are too small. So as we are getting them dressed and we notice something's too small, we throw it into that bin, and then I go through that about once a month. Now it's time to pack up my pump bag. So I have this 31 tote that I absolutely love, and I use the Spectra pump. And so I'm just putting that in here. I also found this little wet bag at Target in their like $3 section. And so I'm putting all my pump parts in there, because if you didn't know it, you can actually keep your pump parts in a bag in the fridge and then use them at your next pump session. So that saves me a ton of time instead of washing it after each pump session. I am packing a bottle brush as well as some dish soap, a couple of the little disposable bags just in case I forget a bottle, a couple of bottles, that silver can with hand sanitizer, and then I have a drying rack, like a towel, to lay out after I do wash my pump parts, because I will just lay them in my pump room to dry overnight. And then I do have the freebie pump as well, so I'm packing that up. I have about a 15-minute drive to get to work. So my plan with this is to pump in the morning on my way to work or on my way home from work, and we'll see how that goes if I end up liking that. Perfect. So now I am just going to check out my to-do list here. I am crossing a lot of things off today, making sure that my pump bag is fully stocked. I have a couple of things on here with a phone charger and things like that, which I'll get to add later. And then I did get this new bottle warmer. I've never used it before, so I'm just trying to figure out how to use it, make sure it's set up for my husband to use the next day here. So yeah, and I did end up moving this to a different area in my kitchen. Just found that this is not the spot for it, so this next step here you'll see it in a different spot. And then I'm going to get to prepping some meals. So when I get home, it's usually about 5:30, and my son is used to eating at like 5:36, and so the last thing I want to do is have it be complete chaos. I'm trying to get a meal on the table. So what I am doing here is I'm going to clean out my fridge, clean out my freezer, and prep some meals. So all my son has to do is put these meals in the oven about a half hour to an hour before I get home, and then when I get home, all I have to do is pull it out of the oven and serve up some plates, and we can sit down to a nice meal. So I'm recording this voiceover a little bit later, and this has been working wonderfully. I've been doing this every weekend, and honestly, so much stress out of my life. People keep telling me like, "Oh, your husband's so lucky." And I'm like, "Oh, I don't do this for him. I do this for me. I do this so that like I can enjoy the time with my family, the 2 hours a between getting home and bedtime. So this is not for my husband. This is 100% for me. This makes it so much easier on me. My husband, he does try and cook, but I personally, I know what chaos is to try and follow a recipe and get a meal on the table while you have a 2-year-old pulling on you and the baby wants to eat, and it's chaos. And so I want to save him some time and save him some hassle and save myself the same.
Okay, so this is what I have planned to eat for my first week back at work. So breakfast, we have some banana bread muffins. That'll be great for Everett. We also have some toaster waffles in the freezer that he's been loving lately. I'm gonna make an egg bake. That will be my breakfast. It's easy. I can take it with me and warm it up at work. Next we have pork, shrimp, stir fry. We have some egg rolls, rice to go with that. We'll do rice with this as well. We just have broccoli. And then I have some frozen turkey left over that I've just been using in dishes. So we'll do like a little turkey, broccoli, and rice casserole with that. And then I'll do meatloaf. So I'll put together the meatloaf, and then all Brandon has to do is throw it into the oven. So we'll do that with potatoes and corn. This is actually leftovers from tonight. I was going to make a lasagna, but I made goulash tonight, and so I just added some cheese and some seasoning to that, and so we will throw that in the oven as well. A little bit of garlic bread to go with that, and then I have potato soup prepped that I am just going to be doing for lunches. So welcome back. Today's day 2. We have some rice going. I have some egg bake in the oven already. And then we'll put together our meals from there.
So I have been home for 16 weeks, you guys, and I have not had to wear office clothes. I am going to my clothes, making sure things fit, making sure I'm just prepared. And I know where all my dust pants are. And then I'm going to do the same in my kitchen room. I'm just going to lay out a couple of outfits just to make sure that our mornings can run as smooth as possible. Okay, so now I think it's probably like 10 o'clock at night. At this point, I took a bath and combed, so now I'm just doing the final packing up and filling a thing of milk from my freezer to thaw for the following day, because I am not in routine of making sure I have enough milk pumped at all. So then I'm just going to mix up a meatloaf, and I'm just going to throw this in the fridge. And then instead of putting directions like on the package, I literally just text my husband directions about 4 o'clock. That way he can put it in the oven. If I text it like too early in the day, I'll forget about it. And so just 4 o'clock text, I am not forget by, is about perfect for this. So I'm doing a meatloaf, I'm doing the bob, and then like mashed potato biscuits. Tried. Oh my gosh, I love them so much. That's absolutely what I prefer for potatoes. And then I am going to end up mixing up some corn as well. So I do my homemade cream style corn recipe. The recipe I think calls for half and half, but I don't keep half and half on hand. I just do whole milk because that's what my son drinks, and it still turns out fabulous every single time. So one of my favorite ways to corn. And I'll show you a little bit of that here in just a second.
Hey guys, so it is the end of the night now, and I just wanted to check in. Excuse my voice, I have lost it from talking so much today apparently, because I don't talk to anybody besides my toddler usually. But yeah, today was day 3 back at work. Both the kids went to daycare, we had their bags and everything packed up. I just finished, double checking and making sure everything's packed and ready for tomorrow. Meals prepped. Meal prep has been going really great. My husband has been really great about having the food ready to just be pulled out of the oven by the time I get home, which is amazing, so we can just sit down and eat right away. And then I get some good quality time with the kids before they have to go to bed. So everything has been going great. I will continue to prep because it helps me to be able to have that good time with my kids. Otherwise, it would be 2 hours of make supper, eat supper, do the dishes, go to bed, like chaos. And so prepping has been so helpful. Excuse my voice. I was going to do a voiceover and get this posted tonight, but it's not going to happen. I am going to drink a lot of water and get some rest, and I will voice over a different night. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video if you're a mom who is returning to work, or just want to see what it's like to be a working mom if you're home. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one.